Hi, everyone. My name is John Logan. I'm the head of customer success at a robotics platform company called Formant. I hope everyone is appropriately caffeinated by this time. I know it's the back half of the day, so I appreciate the chance to be here. And I know lots of you have been sitting through several conversations, so I'll try to make this exciting. Formant, as I mentioned, is a platform that exists to help connect robots to humans. We are that hexagon in the middle slide there, and we exist to provide the infrastructure and the tooling and the scalability to customers in the connected devices space. And you may ask, what do we think as our definition of a robot? There's the classic definition of a robot, but we use the more modern definition of a robot, which is any kind of connected device that has processing, sensing, and high-powered capabilities on it. So in that sense, we're sort of broader than an IoT application itself. You'll see on there, we not only mention robotic fleets, but we also work with industrial automation equipment and any kind of intelligent sensor as well. And on the other side of this slide, we have the three different types of people that we're trying to serve. That's engineers doing root causing and R&D. It's operations folks who will be less technical but need to scale management of a fleet in the dozens or hundreds or thousands of devices. And then we have executives, but by that I really mean analysts, people who need to do BI and make sense of lots of data for large fleets over time. So we like to think that we can be that infrastructure for these companies to help them get to market faster and to scale faster with lower risk, and allowing customers to redirect their expenses towards engineers who need to focus on making their robots amazing rather than making the back-end infrastructure amazing. So in that sense, that's why we exist as a platform. There are 4 or 5 key feature sets that we offer. We call it cloud ingestion. That's getting the robot-shaped data off of your devices and into the cloud. Monitoring and alerting, which exists within our web app. So you can actually get notifications when something has got out of band, whether if it's a robot AGV that has driven off of its path or something. And we also support human-in-the-loop concepts. So if a robot can't get its job done, it can raise its hand and say, hey, I need help here. And our web app flows allow you to step in through a notification and then tell the robot what to do. For example, is this a red box or is it a blue box? And a human can step in for that 1% or 5% case when the human-in-the-loop is needed. We also offer developer tools in the form of a command line interface, and we have APIs both on the device side and on the cloud side. From a sort of a vertical functional standpoint, we have 4 categories of functional areas that we offer. We offer an agent, which is a zero dependency binary you put on your device. I say zero dependency, meaning that you can install it and it'll just start working because it's a binary that runs and listens to your robot application, receiving data and sending it up to our cloud. By the way, this agent can be installed standalone. You do not have to use our cloud. That's one path. We are specialists in ingestion, that is getting the different types of robot data into our cloud for serving in our dashboards or passing it downstream through integrations to other tools. It's worth calling out on the ingestion side that we allow tagging of streams of data, so you can actually query on those tags that you have provided. And then moving back on the agent side, our agent is also intelligent enough to handle connection dropouts. So it knows if there's a bad connection, it'll buffer the data and send it either at a lower priority time in the evening or when a connectivity has been reestablished. Another thing that's worth calling out here is there are a lot of platforms out there that definitely speak in this world, but one of the things that we consider as a differentiator for us is that we speak robot data. We have a group of people, our founders and our leadership team has about, I think, 5 decades worth of robotics experience especially. And so we think that differentiates us because we actually know how to speak things like point clouds and LiDAR and rich media streams, as well as scalar data and things coming from simpler sensors as well. So we try to provide the whole spectrum of data ingested to our platform. And those names there are just the names of some of the sort of the background of our team. And fundamentally, we want to save you time, cost, and complexity so that if you need to hire lots of headcount and you want to focus them on what makes your robotics application special, you can hire that and not have to hire back-end infrastructure, and that's why we exist. And then lastly, actually I'm out of time here, but I just wanted to close with a screenshot of our product. This is an actual screenshot of the product. It shows a virtual 3D logistics and operations warehouse that we created using a 3D game engine. It actually processes boxes and other things moving around in the warehouse. There are AGVs that move around, and there are people. You can see the rich data streams of different camera feeds showing the status of that warehouse and the boxes moving around, as well as scalar data, as well as SLAM localization data if you want to track where your AGVs are in your warehouse. That's just one example of that. But the point is, this is an example of a dashboard that you can spin up on our product, and these dashboards can also be spun up in almost near real time. You don't have to write code or spend a lot of time to bring up these dashboards. It'll automatically just pop up depending on the streams that you've specified. So that's all about Formant. I welcome your questions. Thanks.
Okay, round of applause. Questions for